Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. We Tech Those. We go through general, relationship stuff and go back and forth with that. Sitting to the side of me right here is Amanda. Amanda, what's up?
Not much. I'm doing
This
great.
is a little bit unusual, right? Usually we like over the internet doing the
Yeah,
podcast. So
remotely
yeah,
in our own
so
homes.
nice, right? This is a little bit different. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. Yeah.
Hmm? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but that's okay. Uh, so today's episode, I think we got some interesting conversations. Um, One's a new one. And I think they kind of both link together. I think it'll be interesting. Like you said before many a time, you're not really on TikTok.
No,
There's a
no.
strong movement going that we're going to talk about in a minute. But first, I want to go to the video that we saw on Instagram. I think you sent it to me, and it's very important. I was actually having this conversation with my little brother yesterday. Um, right.
Let's
Okay.
hear more about that.
Yeah. We're gonna go into it. I'm going to it. And my girlfriend was not really happy the way I was explaining it to her. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what I was saying. We're gonna watch the video first, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna get your thoughts. All right? Okay.
I don't care how independent and self sufficient she might seem. Treat her well, take her out, buy her things, court her, pursue her. She's only an alpha female because she has to be, not because she wants to be. A woman's brain cannot relax until she feels physically and emotionally safe. So many men don't understand how much energy women use checking whether they are safe. Providing an environment where she could turn off that part of her brain allows her to truly settle into her femininity. So step up and be a man who can protect, provide, and lead for her. And when you do that, your blessings will be endless because you now have a woman who not only feels safe with you, but who will be your backbone.
Okay. So you sent this to me. How do you feel about that?
I feel like he hit it right on the head. I feel like a lot of times I always feel like I have to prepare for the worst and take care of myself and make sure that I have a good, well paying job and, I have savings and
Mhm.
whatever because I can't depend on anybody else. I got to be able to take care of myself. That's just how I grew up.
Okay.
And so I think that puts a lot of stress on you and makes you anxious all the time and things like that. But all women, I think, want somebody that will just take care of them, let them relax and be comfortable. And so I think he hit it right on the head. If a
Okay.
guy can allow you to relax and take care of you, especially if you're stressed out, give you your favorite things or whatever, I think that's a good guy.
Okay. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. However, I feel like those same words have been used to kind of like club some dudes over the head with just this like you must provide like a certain type of lifestyle like otherwise because I've heard it said many a times where it's like oh I'm in my masculine until a man comes and allows me to be in my feminine. um I don't think it should be that drastic.
Mhm.
You should still be a woman at
Yeah.
that point. Like
Yeah.
what do I want to be with the man for specifically? But everything else we were saying, I mean, so a lot of times, my girlfriend gets upset when I speak as if like I know women, right? I mean, he said like putting a woman in her masculine. How do you feel about that language? Is that okay with you? You're upset?
I think it's just going off traditional roles. Like people don't know how to talk about things. Things are different now.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't think it's masculine for someone to take care of themselves and, be in charge or whatever, but um yeah, I don't think masculine is a good word to use to take care of yourself.
Fair enough. I think all adults have to take care of themselves at some point.
Exactly.
I think to that point, I think expecting a man to take care of you is a little bit egregious.
Mhm.
Like if he can't, which most of us can't. Like you see,
Mhm.
his economy is crazy. Most of us is broke. I mean, not excluded from that. So I would like to do that. That would be nice. I guess having a guy who would like to do that would be nice, but requiring that of him, especially a lot of these people are 20, 25.
Mhm.
Like if you can't do it, what do you expect to do that probably didn't
Yeah.
go to college like you did and have a support system like you did to do that? Like that's a
Yeah. Well, I think in that case, maybe just balance off of each other. Like if he can't provide for you monetarily than maybe just like cook for you or run a bath for you or
Right.
make sure that you have your favorite snacks or something like that.
Oh, that's like
Just
too
do
traditional for some of these
something.
women. I don't know. Like,
Do some things to complement your partner if they're working hard and making all the money and stuff. Do things to complement them and make them more relaxed,
right.
like bring down their stress level.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So it goes into this conversation I was having with my little brother yesterday. He's 18. So it's like I'm
Tough
the big brother.
age.
Yeah, yeah. And so he was kind of asking me. I mean, kind of asked me the question like, "How do you get girls?" Like, oh, okay. And I'm not some like Mac Daddy type dude to be like, out in these streets like that, not anymore. But I basically told him, I mean, the way to do that, the one a quality woman, right? I mean, you want to be a quality dude first,
Yeah.
which is basically,
Yeah.
build yourself up. And I gave him the phrase, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what for the girl you want is looking for. Then be that man.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Right.
Focus on yourself. Make sure you know what you want,
Yes.
and then you can figure it out from there.
Right. I've had that conversation. And I will give women that credit when they're with a guy who doesn't know what he wants. I mean, you tell me, you want your guy to lead, to kind of take advantage of control. Sorry, wrong word. Control of certain situations to kind of let you be, like he just said, right? Kind of like take your mind off of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Mhm.
That's fine. I'm okay doing that. Even if it's not as stressful for me. Most of the time it's just like you pick one or the other type of thing, but that stresses my girl out. So, if I could do that, okay, cool. We good? Like do that and just little things like that.
Yeah, you're complimenting her.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we do complement each other. She is certain instances her anxiety is actually helpful. I'm a little bit too free feeling, free willing, and she's like, no, we need to worry about this. Okay, great. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I told him. A little bit more language with that, Also, honestly, and that don't mean necessarily just do everything she wants you to do. A lot of times it's like you have to be a rock.
Mhm.
I feel like if you're consistent in your behavior as a dude, that's what you tell me. Is that something you would be looking for in your dude? Something to be
Yeah.
consistent, like
Consistency allows you to relax. If somebody's inconsistent, you're
Right.
gonna be stressed out all the time. What's the next thing that you're gonna do?
yeah,
I don't know what you're gonna do.
yeah, yeah. I do it on purpose sometimes just to mess with her, but don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad. But I definitely get that. I definitely understand that, and even to the phrase like happy wife, happy life. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to maybe interpret it a little bit differently.
Mhm.
I think people take it as simply like only her happiness matters.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be real with you. It doesn't take much to make me happy.
Mhm.
So it's like I think that's adding in the fact that she's already made you happy,
Mhm.
and then we're just going forward to make her happy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. If it's explained that way,
Mhm.
like, because I mean, if you ask any guy, like, what would make you happy? Most of the time, it's just like, oh, just like leave me alone and
Mhm.
make me a sandwich, something simple like that. Like,
Yeah.
you can put it in your hand and take care of that.
But you gotta watch how you say it. Because
Right.
if you say it like that, then the woman
Fair
will
enough.
take
You're
offense.
absolutely right.
She'll be like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, absolutely right. That how it's packaged, how it's presented. Be mindful of your words because those
Yeah.
things that you can use them in a wrong way or bad way or a good way. So there's definitely pros and cons to that. I can see that. I mean, I'm not like totally obtuse to the fact. A lot of times you get in conversations like this online. I know you're not in these online streets, but there is just anything in supportive of the other sex is like kind of repulsed
Mhm.
by like the negative part of that. I think there's bad women and bad men everywhere. You really can't get away from that. I mean, you got to kind of sift through it. And some of this language, the way he put it, is basically, I mean, you can't get away from that. You cannot get away from that as a man, what a woman is looking for, what a good woman
Mhm.
is looking for. Maybe not every woman, but usually the type of woman a man wants. The same guys that are complaining about finding the right girl, that's the type of woman they want. That's what they're looking for, though.
Mhm.
Instead of just focus on what she wants or what you want, you kind of also have to focus on what she wants. That just makes sense.
Yeah, well, one thing that I did notice that you said, that I think a lot of women have this issue. They're higher stress and higher anxiety.
Mhm.
Like we're more organized
Mhm.
and we think more about things than guys. So guys tend to be the more relaxed ones and calm ones. And I think that's why you have to find somebody that compliments you, that will calm you down. They'll listen to your needs, listen to your point of view and understand that
Right.
yes, what you're thinking is important, and let me figure out how I can allow you to relax.
Right. You're right. Because she's always my girl, always constantly thinking about everything.
Yeah.
Even though very funny at one point, she was like, she said that she asked me, "Why do we always do what you want to do?" I was just like I make all the decisions. She was like, "Yeah, like we'll talk about it, but end up doing what you want to do." Okay, we'll go ahead and do what you want to do for a while and see how that goes. So I was like just super indecisive, like a couple of days. We quickly reverted back to it. She didn't want to do that, so I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not like I'm not listening to you when I do make the
Yeah.
decision. And then half the time, it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You need to do something.
Yeah.
I'll take that hit if it's you can blame me. Okay, I made the wrong decision. That's probably what it is. You don't want the responsibility coming back on you. Mm-mm-mm. That's
No,
messed up.
I don't know. I think it's different with every relationship, but yeah.
hmm So the other thing I told him, my brother, right?
Mhm.
Um, a lot of times, I'm be real. This is how I feel about it. A lot of times, women, y'all don't say what y'all actually believe. Y'all be lying. Y'all be lying to yourself, and so I can only almost expect you to lie to me.
You say y'all, but I think I'm the exception
Oh, everybody think they're
because I
exception.
will say what I believe.
Okay. I'm an action man, man.
Oh, you
But
can ask him 100%. He'll tell you I say it.
okay. All right. All right. So this conversation leads us into another conversation that I was looking online.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if you remember, we saw a video the last time that our episode happened about a young lady talking about how she broke up with her boyfriend. That was
Mhm.
good. All right.
Mhm.
Let's play that video and then we're gonna refresh your memory and then come
Okay.
into it.
All
Okay.
right.
Hey you guys, so I recently broke up with my boyfriend and I didn't think that I was going to share this experience or
You
this
see that?
story just because it's not that big of a deal and it's kind of private too, but I decided to share it because I felt like the girls really needed to hear about this. So there are two major points I'm going to make and I'm going to try to keep this very short. So number one, the way that God has carried me throughout this breakup is really nothing short of amazing and unbelievable. Usually after a breakup, I'm a mess. Like, I've been known to cry in the club over a breakup. Like, I'm telling you, days, weeks, And the fact that that has not been my experience this time is only because of God. And I've been really trying to get back to my relationship with Him, first and foremost, so that He is leading my
No, let's
relationships
skip
from
it.
now on.
Jesus.
Number two is I feel like a lot of times when we all see these breakup stories, especially coming from the woman's perspective, it's always like this horror story, like,
Right.
the stuff that she's been through and what he put her through and all the stuff that she put up with. And we all look at her like, girl, why was you in that relationship? Like, why did you stay? But when I tell you guys that that's not my experience at all, like, it just wasn't. My ex was a great guy. Like, even after we broke up, still sending me flowers to my apartment, like just a great guy, but for somebody else.
Okay.
And we didn't.
So you kind of understand what she's talking about here. So this video leads us to the movement we have online now called the soft guy era.
Oh
All right.
gosh.
It started as a joke.
Mhm.
A guy responded to her specifically and was just like made a story up basically like her. It's like I was with my girlfriend for 5 years and she was great. She did everything, it raised my limits and everything, but she wasn't my wife, so I had to let her go.
Oh
And
my
then in his comment
god.
section, you see girls going back and forth, talking about, "Oh, you was dusty. She's better off without you," type of thing. When girls was supporting this girl, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of blown up, and now it's kind of come to an area of. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's kind of come to an area of kind of like an understanding of you don't just have to please her, but they're still calling it the soft guy era. So if you
Yeah.
hear that, let me have you just show you an idea what I'm talking about. Hold on.
Go first class because my wife can afford it. She's the one who makes all the money.
What does she do?
She was a retired CFO and is on a couple of boards of directors.
You don't work at all? You're retired?
I work at a lot of things, but not to make money.
That's for passion out.
Just avocational.
Did y'all hear what he said? My wife can afford it, right? My wife can afford it. He doesn't work a job. He just does what he's passionate about. It's not just my generation. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Listen, fellas, if she wanted to, she would. If she wanted to, she would. Listen, you don't have to settle. If you want a provider woman, she will do what needs to be done. She will provide, as simple as that. You'll be able to go hoop every day, hit the gym early in the morning. You'll be able to do whatever you want to do. It's 2024, bro. We're not settling for less. These women can work a full-time job, be entrepreneurs. They can do whatever. You telling me as a man you don't deserve a soft life? I'll live a soft life. Why can't you? Like I said before, if she wanted to, she would. The women that complain about this are broke. If a woman can't provide for you, she's broke. Simple as that. I'm telling you that straight up.
He seems like what's wrong with this.
Well, okay, so explain it for what's going on, because I mean,
So the guy in the original video that he's watching, he seems like he takes care of his wife. Like,
Okay.
yes, she is the one with the money and whatever, but he seems like he is not really taking a back seat because his job is to take care of her and make sure she is all right,
right,
even though she's paying for the stuff. So they complement each other. But this guy, the way he is talking, he sounds like he's a jigaboo. He
Okay.
sounds like he is what is wrong with this generation.
okay.
He just wants to be lazy. He doesn't want to put the extra effort in to take care of her. Because you notice he said, oh, go to the gym,
Uh-huh.
go play some hoops. He didn't talk about taking care of her.
Mhm.
He was talking about taking care of himself.
Right, right, and I think that's the point. I think that's the point.
God.
That's the point, and a lot of women are responding similar to that. You know, he's a dusty. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's broke or whatever. He's, dare I say, homosexual. But I think that was kind of the gist of it initially, to kind of point out the hypocrisy, because you see a lot of women online will talk about a guy paying her bills, right, taking care of her with no reciprocation.
Mhm.
So it should be just as ridiculous for her to do it as it is him. That's the point.
But how do you know there's no reciprocation? How do you know she's not cooking and cleaning for him and doing all these things for him, taking care of the house?
That's a very good question. Based on what she says. Do you know about there's another movement, you know, Sprinkle Sprinkle? You ever heard of that?
I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah, that's
Explain it, explain it
that's
a little bit.
basically, you're looking for a man who has money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the money,
Yeah,
whether
I'm
he's
not gonna
older.
lie. I hear a lot of women say that.
Yeah, so exactly. So it's in response to that. The saying is drizzle drizzle
yeah.
for the men. So it's in response to that. I mean, some of it is obviously like over the top and like kind of joking. I mean, but some of it's taken right out of the woman's playbook. I mean, if she wanted to, she would. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's what they say about the men all the time. If he wanted to, he would. I mean,
But notice what I said. That's what's wrong with this generation, not
Right.
just guys.
Right,
This
right.
generation.
Right.
People don't want to work. They want to just sit at home and be influencers. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But
I want to be.
they do not want to get a real job.
Right.
They
Right.
want things to come easy.
Mm-hmm. And so, what I think, this is what I'm thinking. It's like it's going to set us to hopefully reset us back to zero, where both sides are going to have to look at this and be like, okay, let's work together.
Well, see, that's my point of view on things.
Yeah.
I think working together, just like I said, complementing each other.
Right.
As long as you guys are taking care of each other, that's fine. But if one person is just like, oh, I just need everything and I don't need to reciprocate and whatever, that's the problem.
Right. Yeah. No. So yeah. So it started there, and then we have a lot of people going back and forth. Let me show you another one of another girl who. Right. So my girlfriend's on TikTok too, so she sends me stuff a lot of times, and let me show you. So one of their responses, what I was talking about, how they're kind of responding, basically saying like, it's almost like, again, as a woman, it's okay almost, but if a guy says the same thing, it's somehow taboo.
Yeah.
And I know men and women aren't the same. I'm real, we're not the exact same, but I don't think it should be like completely out of the realm of like reality to be like expecting. We're both expected to contribute to this, you know. So it's like, it's weird to me. But let me show you this.
It didn't even seem like this.
No, he a little over the top, but I mean, wait, real quick though. Like, no issue with that though, is there? Like,
No, it's just weird to hear a guy say
Right,
it.
right. and I'm all for it. I think guys should be more selective. That'll solve a lot of problems.
Yes.
It wouldn't be a lot of these single mothers running around.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to blame the single mamas for anything if the dudes were, that's our responsibility in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't want, it shouldn't be babies raised with single parents,
Yeah.
mother or father. So like some truth comes from a joke type of thing. So,
Yeah.
but.
It's all about us. It's all about us. We just want our equal rights as people. So,
I've been tagged repeatedly in videos like this, and I know this is men's attempt to throw women's logic back in their faces. But the truth is, we already knew you were in your soft guy era. We thought you were soft when you couldn't resist a woman's temptation when you had a girlfriend, a fiance, or a wife. We knew you were in your soft guy era when you went to the store to get a pack of cigarettes or a gallon of milk and never came back. We knew you were in your soft guy era when you begged your baby mama not to put you on child support because you couldn't survive if she took that $250 a month, even though she was the one who was feeding the child and clothing the child, and she was the one who was providing shelter for that child as well. Like, we already knew you were soft. We're just proud of you guys for finally having the strength to admit it. I know this is meant to be a joke, but the joke's on you because you're only telling women what we already knew. So go ahead, get your laughs, get your views, get your engagement, and then get out of single women's faces because they don't care.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. I mean, she wasn't wrong.
She seems a little triggered, but
She does seem triggered.
it
But,
seems a little triggered, and I'm sure that the comment section ate it up.
yeah.
But it doesn't, mistake the point that even though they're making it a joke, like this kind of logic, it shouldn't make sense for me or you, type of thing.
Mhm.
So it's now we're sitting at like a crossroads. I'm interested to see where this goes in the next couple of weeks. Exactly what comes from this. I'm hoping it kind of eventually leads us back to, again, square one. We're kind of like back to a traditional type of sense. And this ties into the first video where women come to the table, are clear and concise about what they want, as well as men. Like I was telling my brother, I feel like a lot of young dudes don't necessarily state what it is they want
Mhm.
in a relationship.
Yeah.
You're looking for the girl, she's attractive type of thing, but it's like, what do you expect out of this? What do you expect from her?
Mhm.
Because at some point, if you don't expect anything, I mean, you can't be mad at her for then not providing what you never really stated.
I think it has to do with the hormones, though.
Mm-hmm.
The young hormones.
Mhm.
They just think about what the person looks like.
Yep.
They don't care about much else beyond that.
Yeah. And that's like honestly, it's like the least important part,
Mhm.
especially if you plan on spending any kind of time outside of
Yeah.
the bedroom with this person.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
like,
I definitely know some people that look good, but they don't have any kind of brain or thought process or any kind of work ethic, nothing.
yeah. I've seen that a few times, and not to say I could have pulled these women, but a lot of times it's like I look at their lifestyles, kind of just like I don't necessarily want to be a part of that. Like, wish her the best. Maybe I'm just not good enough for her. That's another thing. This whole shame and language don't work with me no more. Thank God. It kind of gets younger men upset when they like, what are you, like, you're immature, you're broke. Yeah, I'm broke.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna go be with a broke girl, then we're gonna try to build something together.
Exactly.
Like, that's cool.
That's what people
Like,
don't think about. Building together.
no, they're afraid of the being left and losing everything.
Mhm.
And that's what a majority of people are afraid of, doing anything. My girlfriend has a phrase for that. It's like all or nothing type of thing.
Mhm.
It's like where you want everything to go right, and if you can't control it 100%, you don't want to be a part of it at all.
Mhm.
So she accuses me of that, but she be tripping. But yeah, and that's what the case is. A lot of these women don't want to do it. A lot of these dudes don't want to do it now.
Mhm.
So I mean, unfortunately, it might lead people just being separate for a while.
Mhm.
Hopefully, though, fingers crossed, it brings us to a situation where we have to reevaluate ourselves. Like, okay, what am I am? Like, I had to tell a friend that, and it was like he was dating around, not finding the right girl, and I asked him, like, what do you want?
Mhm.
He thought about it for a second, and went, I don't know. Yeah, you should figure that out first. Speaking from experience, you should figure that out first before you go looking for something that that doesn't even make sense.
Mhm.
I can't even hate the woman for that. That don't even make sense. Like, you're looking for something you know what you're looking for. Like,
Yeah.
why are you even looking?
Yeah.
Why are you even looking? It's like that you would think that. maybe some of it is peer pressure. I think a lot of guys are kind of like, you're around other guys who talk about it, whether they're doing it or not. 'Cause a lot of guys will lie, say they slept with this girl, and they didn't, and you want to fit in with that. So
Yeah.
it's like you almost like, let me just do this because everyone else is,
Yeah.
type of thing. And we got to get out of that. And so I was trying to educate him in that conversation to where we was going, because I don't usually see him that often, and we don't talk that much. I want to talk to him more. And the fact that he even asked me that question was like, okay, this is my time
He
to.
wants your advice.
Right.
He respects your opinion.
Yeah, they call me Wise Man David on the street. So,
Oh,
so I thought I'd impart that on him. I have 3 younger brothers too. They're all like 18, 16, around that age. And it's like, I want you guys to not be worried about just getting girls.
yeah.
Like-
You want to make sure that they don't be getting these girls pregnant at
Definitely.
a young age.
Definitely not. Definitely not. That's like the last thing we want, because it's no. I told him, yeah, focus on your purpose. Figure out what you want to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? Get that money, focus on that, and they'll come.
Yeah.
Then you can be a little bit choosy, just have a little discernment in your choosing. That actually attracts women more when you actually have an options.
Together.
Yeah. Instead of being, broke and thirsty, like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't want that. Not at all. So yeah. But yeah, the soft guy era. Started off as a joke, but starting to like catch, and it's kind of spreading out. It's kind of spreading. They making merch. Like, that's kind of going. And it's usually again a younger guy. I've seen some women online, people online say it was like older guys who were upset and like mad about the situation. No. This really like the guy. He's like 22, 24.
In the first video?
The last video.
Oh,
Yeah, the guy. He's like 24. Most of the guys I've seen that are responding to this or making these type of videos are younger.
Of course. Because that's what's wrong with this generation. This generation just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was like, it looks like it's just a joke, and then they said it's serious, right? And it's like, okay, like, so I'm hoping that's the end game. I feel like I'm gonna just cross my
It
fingers.
might take a few generations.
But anything's better than what we got. Like, people just opting out because they feel like women feel like all men are bad and like just broke and sassy and all this, and dudes feel like all women are just gold diggers, and it's like that's not the case. Like,
But that's because that's what's popular on social media.
that is true. That is true, and it's sad.
Social media has ruined this generation.
It's like an alternate reality,
It is.
and it's like what is going on? It's nothing to do with what happens in real life.
Yeah.
Go out,
True.
as they say, touch grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, go do that.
Yeah, because actually, I know a lot of people. They go places just for Instagram and leave immediately. They act like they're living this good life, but like,
Right? All fake.
yeah.
Why? Why are you doing things for
Exactly.
other people? Live your life. That's what I was telling my brother. Live your life. Get your things situated. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, and do the best you can. You'll find the right one.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Ain't no rush. You 18.
Yeah.
You
Set
18.
himself up. Make sure
Right.
that he's taken care of no matter what happens.
Right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's not an afterthought. That comes after,
Yeah.
because they don't want you right now, anyways.
Yeah.
Can't get no quality one. You broke. You broke.
Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing for yourself. Like you said, like the first guy said, one wants to be kind of stable, secure. I definitely been seeing that a lot. Women talk about being safe
Mhm.
and feeling safe
Yeah.
around you. I totally understand that. There's some crazy dudes out there, and you really don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm okay with somebody seeing me and like, oh, that's fine. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. Hey, what's up? But so yeah, being able to, and then finding a girl you care about enough to give that to, that's enough. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But everyone's focused on the physical. Guys are especially focused on the physical. I'm seeing, unfortunately, a lot of girls more so are focused on the physical,
I was just gonna
trying to
say
match the
that.
dudes,
Yeah.
and it's just like,
And thinking that their physical is all that matters. They don't
Yeah,
need to worry about
like-
personalities or anything.
yeah. Like I hear women say like, oh, they passed this dude around. I'm like, I don't think that worked how you thought it did. Like, I'm- yeah, no. Like you should value yourself. Like.
yeah.
Like, and then require more. Like,
Yeah.
why you letting this dude inside your body, but you ain't gonna ring on your finger.
Right.
So you'll have a baby with him, but won't marry him?
Yeah.
What? Like, make it make sense. I don't know.
Yeah. And I am noticing a lot of people are, I mean, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I know a few people that have gotten pregnant and right after they had their kids, they were not with that person anymore. Don't have nothing to do with them anymore.
Yeah. It wasn't even a thought.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even a thought. I had a former girlfriend tell me, like, I can't wait until the day it's just me and my baby.
What?
I'm thinking, I wish I knew what I knew now. I'm thinking, like, I'm pretty sure I'm here now. So it's like she just doesn't care about me. Like, how does that make me feel?
Yeah. It's
Like,
all right, I guess it's time to go.
Like, I'm an afterthought. I should be the first thought. We come together, and then it should be. I don't know. So hopefully that gets better. Only thing I can tell you for men and women, I think y'all should require more of the person you're being with.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be, oh, let me lay down with this person and have a kid.
Yeah.
At least have even if you don't get married, at least have the plan.
Yeah.
I want to be with this person
Yeah.
for the rest of my life or something like that. Whether you go down the courthouse or whatever. That should be the idea. But no, just give me a baby.
Yeah.
And then you struggling. Now it's like,
That's exactly what happened with the people I'm talking about.
Mhm.
They just wanted a baby
mhm.
or
So-
two.
yep.
Then that was it.
Like why? It's like a badge of honor or something. It's like what?
I don't know. And it's not like the people that I'm talking about. It's not even like they were older or anything. They were young.
Yeah.
In
Mhm.
their 20s, early 20s. I don't understand.
I don't. Yeah.
And they still want to act like they're in their early 20s and not take care of the kids.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. You hear that case about the lady who left her baby alone?
Oh yeah, I went on vacation
Mhm.
for like 12 days and
Yep.
the baby died.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's where our
Wow.
culture is, unfortunately.
I'm sure she had somebody she could have left that baby with.
Yeah. I mean, she could have just brought it anywhere, literally.
Yeah.
It just.
I mean,
yeah.
She could have even brought it to the hotel.
Mm-hmm. So many options.
Keepers would have found it or something.
So many
but-
options, but just the narrative now is just like prioritizing yourself. That's the thing people don't understand. You get started having a kid, it's like your life, your personal life is, for the most part, over.
Yeah.
I think you should be ready to give that life up
Yeah.
for your child.
Exactly.
That's the
And that's
yeah.
what
They're not
people are not thinking about. They're still thinking about themselves. Being
Right.
Selfish.
like if you want to do single things, single no parent having no kid having things, then that's fine. Do that before you have kids. Like
Yeah.
no need to be in a rush. Don't
Yeah.
rush.
Point is, think about what you're doing. Think about what kind of life you want. Think about the quality type of person you want to be with. Just think about things.
Think. You better think. Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. I think that perfectly ties a bow on it. It was a very interesting conversation. Let us know what you want. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Tongue tied there. I'm David. It's Amanda. Thank you for joining us again. Peace.
Peace. Till next time.